Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we are continuing to read the book The Living Name by His Holiness Sachinandana Swami Maharaj, and we are on page 158, seeing Krishna as our maintainer. Of the 6 limbs of Sharanagati, to see Krishna as one's only maintainer is the main. In Sanskrit, this is called Goputve Varnam, and is considered the Angi, the basis of Sharanagati, since the act of selecting a guardian and entrusting him to protect oneself encompasses the whole process of seeking shelter. The other 5 limbs, Angas, assist in this. Thus, we must develop a strong conviction that Krishna alone can take care of us and nobody else. Parents, friends, and other devotees offer us support and give us some relief. But the Lord, who is behind them all, can offer us shelter that includes all types of support. Srila Prabhupada instructed the same on chanting. We should cry out to Krishna like a dependent child calls for its mother. This is surrender, to put ourselves into Krishna's hands and trust him to maintain and protect us. Only a very indifferent and cruel mother would not take care of her child. How can the Lord, whose mercy it described that of 1,000 mothers, ever ignore a person who has made himself fully dependent on him? Although we have wronged Krishna for so long in so many ways, out of his extraordinary kindness, he is moved to act whenever we turn to him. He responds to a simple and sincere statement like, I am yours, by preparing a royal back to Godhead. Krishna is kind by nature. In his heart, he has no place for the mistakes of his devotees. Can anyone find a more worthy person to surrender to? Go before the Lord in a genuine surrendered mood. In old times, one would fold their hands above their head in a classical gesture of self-offering to express their mood. To pass the gateway of humility into Krishna's land, it behooves us to express our utter dependence, becoming like a child whose every need is met by his parents. Take shelter like a child. See Krishna as your maintainer, upon whom you're absolutely dependent. If he hadn't given it, you would not have the ground to walk on. If you can't yet surrender in this childlike way, then remember those who have, such as the great soul Srila Haridas Thakur. Connect with the saints who have left behind their footsteps for you to follow. By studying their experiences and particularly how they dealt with obstacles, fresh emotions will come to your heart and spiritualize your life. This is very beautiful section. I think I'm just going to stop here. And here there are some footnotes. The Angi is considered the backbone or the basis of something. The Angas are the supporting elements. Discussed in Bhakti Sandarbha, Anu 236. The 5 Angas are humility, accepting what is favorable, rejecting what is unfavorable, seeing the Lord as one's protector, and self-surrender. So very beautiful section, this one. So how do we chant, right? All this whole book is really a guide for us to increase our taste in chanting. And that's what really what Maharaj is trying to do here. So in this section, it is really about a relationship with Krishna. Although we're here all the time, we are learning all the time that Krishna is the source of everything. We are part and parcel of the Lord, and He is our maintainer, and all of these things. But how much do we really imply that in our life, right? Because we really tend to forget Krishna so much. Like we get busy with our day to day activities, our work, and this and that, family, all the different tasks that we have lined up in our life and everything. And we can just get carried on, and even within spiritual activities also, right? Like we can just be so distracted because we can be like doing the deity service, doing this, doing that, but where is our mind? Is our mind really focused on Krishna? How much are we focusing on the relationship? And how much conviction also do we have that we are really Krishna's child and He's going to take care of us? Because if you think about it, right, all our anxieties and all our stressors, everything in our lives are coming because we are trying to be the controllers, and we think that nobody else is out there looking for us, and we have to look for ourselves, look for us ourselves. That's really how we always think about, but that's not true. And even in Chaitanya Charan Prabhu's class also, he was saying that how much do we see that, how much are we aware that Paramatma is really sitting in our heart and He's always there for us, right? So that strong conviction that Krishna is there with us all the time. And when we are aware of that relationship, then naturally it will behoove us to be chanting also in that relationship. So that's really the factor here. And it is said that if we don't have that mood, then we have to really look at the other examples of our acharyas or even contemporary, right? We have our spiritual masters and so many other examples in front of us where we can see that they have given up everything in their life and complete surrender to Krishna, complete dependence on Krishna. So that's the kind of, even if our situation is different, we everybody on this call is a grahastha, and we are in our life, we are in our responsibilities and all of that. But this is really talking about the internal mood, right? We can be in any position that we are in irrespective of our varnashram. We can still cultivate that mood of having that complete dependence of Krishna, and really like a child crying out for Krishna. That's the mood we develop when we even chant, and having that conviction that Krishna is my maintainer, Krishna is my protector, and He will always be there for me. So this is the section. With that mood, we can continue on to chanting.